Hello, so it's Monday, August 29th, and this is the start to a new reading vlog, and the reading plans for this week are still not decided, but the one thing that I do know is that I'm gonna finish reading The Ark, which is book 3 in the Loop trilogy, and I am 25% into this, but I will get through this very quickly, so I want to finish it for the end of the month, which is on Wednesday, and I'm sure I will. Next, I'm not exactly sure what I wanna read, but I probably will start my next book for my horror video, and that is gonna be The Deep by Nick Cutter. I know literally nothing about this book, but last year I read The Troop by the same author and I loved it, so yeah, I'm gonna read that one. Then I would like to start Knife of Dreams at some point because this book is 790 pages long and that is a lot, and I usually go through these books like pretty slowly because they are a lot, they are dense, and so I would like to get a start on this, but I'm not exactly sure when I will, but hopefully this week. And then there's one book that I can't say that I want to read, but like I want to have it read, you know? And that is the sixth Dune book, which is the last one I'm going to read. And I have been wanting to have this book read for so long because I don't even remember when I read the last, but it was months ago. And I didn't like the fifth, which is why I haven't started this one. And again, these books, like I go through Wheel of Time books slowly, but I go through these books like a slug because the writing is just hard for me. The first time I read like the first Dune book, it took me like 50 pages to actually like be able to connect with the writing. It was hard. And even now that I'm like already used to this writing, it's still hard for me to get through. So like I said, I want to have this book read. I don't necessarily want to read it, but it will annoy me if I don't like finish the books in the series that I want to read. So I will at some point read this book. Will it be this week? I don't know, because I have been meaning to start this book literally 4 months. So yes. And also this is another week where I'm gonna be pretty busy. Like today is, honestly, it's the only day that I don't have to do anything, but it was my mom's birthday on Saturday, and so today she's gonna take a cake to work, and I'm going to go to her work literally just to eat cake, because food is the only thing that makes it worth leaving the house for me. So I'm gonna do that. Actually, I have to leave pretty soon. And tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment at 10, I wanna say. Yeah, at 10, and then on Wednesday I have another doctor's appointment at 5:40, and then on Thursday it's the one day that I don't think I have any like plans outside of the house, but I do have to film a video, and then on Friday I'm also gonna be outside all day. So once again, I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to read this week, but like I said, I will surely finish this. I will probably start The Deep, and then I will hopefully either start Knife of Dreams or Chapter House Dune. Also, this is the first time I've braided my hair in about a year because that's when I cut it, and I haven't braided it in a year because it was too short to braid, and I mean, it still is, like, look at these tiny things. But I am so out of practice because I used to braid my hair all the time, and it took me so long because I was struggling very hard, and I don't even know if it looks decent in the back. Honestly, I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. Anyway, I need to get ready to leave the house, and I will update this vlog either on Wednesday or Thursday. Probably Thursday. everyone. It's Thursday, September 1st. And I don't have a lot to update because I haven't been reading that much. But before we get into what I did read, I want to say that I watched episode 2 of House of the Dragon and still obsessed, still hating everyone, and loving every second of it. And also, one of my friends has watched it, and now we can obsess together, which makes it even better. But moving on to the books, I did finish the arc, and I really liked it. I didn't like it as much as the second book in the series because I gave that one 5 stars, but I liked it a lot because I gave it 4.5. And I think the other time I updated, I was only 80 something pages in, and the action definitely picked up from that. They were, like, I think I said they were like in the middle of executing a plan, and that plan at first kind of failed, but then they actually made it. And there were a lot of other plans they had to come up with because the world was about to end. And it was very fast-paced, very action-packed. We got to see all the characters that we loved, and I am gonna film my August wrap-up in a bit, and this is something that I know that I will talk about there as well, that some of the dialogue felt weird. I don't know if it was like that in the other book and I didn't notice, or if it wasn't, but I don't know, it felt like it wasn't really how people would talk to each other, and that is one of the reasons why, like, this is not 5 stars, because the story was really good. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed it, and I really liked the ending, which was definitely not a perfect ending. There were consequences for their actions, for the characters' actions, and there was suffering, and there were, like, it wasn't a happy ending, like, not fully happy. But I actually like that. I don't think I would have liked it if everything had turned out, like, perfectly fine, and everyone was happy and fine, and, you know, yay. Like, I don't think I would have liked that for this type of story. So I really liked that. And like I said, I gave it 4.5 stars. And yeah, I think it was a great conclusion to this series. And I also started Knife of Dreams yesterday, but I only read for a little bit and only got to page 52. But I am on page 52 and I have tabbed 3 things. And on the previous book of this series, which is right here, for me to have 3 tabs, I was on page 187. So, things are happening in this one. Like, this book literally started with a bang, like a metaphorical one. Because there was a fight scene which was so good, and the outcome of that fight scene was very satisfying, so that made me very happy as the start of the book. And I mean the outcome and the actual fight scenes, because I love reading fight scenes, especially the ones in this series, because they are always so good. And so yeah, that happened, and like more things are being discussed and planned, and like things are happening, and we love to see that. So I am very excited. Like, I'm trying to keep my expectations like not too high for this book, but I think I'm kind of failing at that, because this is the one where it's supposed to start to be good again. So my expectations are high, and so far, like, these 52 pages, they were really good. So I am loving it. But yeah, that's everything I have read so far. So not a lot, but yeah, good things. I didn't read a lot, but I read some good things. So I'm happy. And like I said, I'm gonna film my video for tomorrow. I'm gonna edit it. Tomorrow I will not be home the whole day, but on the weekends, like, I personally don't have plans. Will my mom drag me out of the house? Possibly. But I want to get through a bit more of this book, and I still want to start the deep this week for sure. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, I didn't have a lot to update on. I'm sorry. And let's hope I get some more reading done in the second half of this week. And I will finish this vlog on Monday morning. So I'll talk to you then. Okay, so it's Monday, which means this is the end of this reading vlog, and let's wrap this up. So I started and finished The Deep by Nick Cutter, and this is a horror novel, sort of science fiction as well, and just like last week, the horror book that I read, this is for a vlog that is coming. And so I'm not gonna get into many details of my thoughts, but basically in this book we follow Luke, and there is a sort of pandemic in the world, and the disease is called, or people call it, Gets, and it causes people to forget things. And at first they forget little things like where they left an object, and then it starts progressing to forgetting more important things until basically their bodies forget how to function and people die. And there is a substance that is found that might be the cure to that disease, but that substance is deep in the bottom of the ocean, and basically Luke goes down there because his brother is down there studying that substance because he is like some kind of genius. And so Luke goes down there as well, and things start getting weird because maybe they have found something even worse than the Gets. And I don't know if I said this, but I decided to read this book because last year I read The Troop by the same author and I absolutely loved it. So I had very high expectations, and I don't think they were reached because the book was fun in a horror kind of way, but it wasn't great for me. I mean, I was interested in what was happening and it was creepy, but not as much as I was expecting, I guess, because like The Troop was truly horrifying, especially in the body horror elements of the thing. It was, like I said, horrifying, and there was definitely body horror in this book, which I liked, but a lot of it was on animals, which like it made me uncomfortable in a bad way because body horror is obviously supposed to make you uncomfortable, but when it's on humans, I'm like uncomfortable, but like I like it. On animals, not so much. And I've seen a lot of people complaining about the ending, but actually I didn't hate the ending. But overall, like, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it like I was expecting to. And also I am on page 263 of Knife of Dreams, and this one I am loving. Like I said on my previous update, I had only read like a tiny bit, but it was exciting and things were happening, and things are definitely happening. We have followed already a bunch of characters and like they are all doing things. The plot is progressing with literally all of them, and I am here for it. And I have to say that my favorite character, who is Matt, like he's the one that I'm the least interested in, which, you know, I don't love that part because like I don't care about what he's doing right now. Like his whole plot line from the last couple books, I don't care. So I'm not loving that. And also in the last chapter I read, there was something that just made me very sad. And at the same time, it was supposed to be like a reveal, like a big reveal, but I already knew it because I know spoilers. I know a lot of spoilers. And so I already knew, so it wasn't, you know, impactful in terms of being a shock, but it was good because it means that something that I want to happen will happen. I don't think it's in this book, but it will happen. So I am very excited for that, and I'm just excited for this book as a whole because, like I said, things are happening. And I did not start the Dune book. I'm still hoping that I will, maybe like this week that is starting today, but we will see. But anyway, this was all I read this week, and let's just wrap this up. I read from page 82 to page 320 of The Ark, which was 238 pages. Then I read The Deep, which was 394 pages, and I read 263 pages of Knife of Dreams, and that gives me a total of 895 pages. And yeah, this is the end of the vlog, And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like and subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. Bye!